Hello students, today's activity is about the activity one, which is about the respiratory movements and circulation of air and water. So in this new activity, we want to talk about the respiratory movements, how the respiratory movements affect the circulation of water and air. So we want to talk about inhalation and what causes inhalation and what causes exhalation. So we want to know how the air enters to your lungs and how the air leaves your lungs. Is it by the action of something? Is it by the action of muscles, or it happens randomly? Let's see how the respiratory movements affect the circulation of water and air. In this type of respiration, we want to talk about the respiratory or the pulmonary respiration. So we want to talk about the respiration of living things having lungs. So we want to talk about how the air enters lungs and how the air leaves the lungs. So this type of respiration is for mammals, for example, for rabbits, cows, dogs, reptiles, يعني for living things or living organisms having lungs. So we want to talk about the inhalation and exhalation of living organisms having lungs. Okay, this is a general this is an information about the respiration. Let's talk about inhalation. What is inhalation? Inhalation is a process upon which the air enters the lungs. So inhalation is a movement of air toward the lungs. So this is an inhalation. We want to know how the air enters or what causes the air to enter lungs. So if we want the air to enter lungs, we need to study about the diaphragm and intercostal muscles, some muscles that are present here in this area. فإذا we want to study the effect أو the role of intercostal muscles اللي مطرح ما أنا علمتهم and the diaphragm. هل هن important or not important? So during inhalation, what happens first? The diaphragm, which is a muscle important for the respiration, inhalation and exhalation, contracts. بس تعمل contraction بتظهر لبرا، والintercostal muscles كمان بيطلعوا لبرا causing the chest to expand. فإذا the two important elements for the inhalation هن intercostal muscles and the diaphragm. So these muscles contract, causing the rib cage or the chest to expand and moving outward. يعني بيطلع لبرا، أول مرحلة بيفتحوا العضلات لبرا، بيعملوا contraction لبرا لأن intercostal muscles and diaphragm. And this causes the air to pass from outside to inside lungs. عشان هيك بفوت الهواء. أنا أول step هي بيكون للمسلز، تاني step أو الريزلت بتكون هي شو؟ the passing of air from inside to outside the lungs. فإذا أنا if I have a problem in these muscles أكيد حيكون عندي I have a problem in the entering of air to inside the lungs. فإذا أنا without these muscles I will have no inhalation. فإذا the inhalation of air is related to these muscles. فإذا these muscles are very important for inhalation. فإذا contraction of intercostal muscles and diaphragm causes the inhalation, which is the entering of the air from outside to inside lungs. تاني شي exhalation. What happens during exhalation? هلا كمان the same the external intercostal muscles and the diaphragm now relaxes يعني they contract لجوا مش contract they يعني they make a force to lungs يعني بيضغطوا they make a pressure on lungs. So here you can see that these two muscles, the intercostal muscles and diaphragm, are relaxing and causing the rib cage and the lungs to recoil, causing the air to be forced outside the lungs, causing the air to be forced out the lungs. طلعوا الهواء. فإذا the relaxation of these muscles causes exhalation. فإذا مين هن ال important muscles for exhalation؟ هن ال intercostal muscles and diaphragm. فإذا أنا بدي إياكم I want you to focus on the inhalation and the exhalation and what are the muscles important for inhalation and exhalation and what happens. هلا هون for this one أنا شرحتها بالصف. It's not important for you. ما حدخلها بالكويز. Not important أبدا. Uh, the respiration of insects. And in this part, we want to talk about the respiration of fish. كمان شرحتها بالصف. مو حجيب منها شي. Just focus on the inhalation and exhalation of mammalian living organisms or mammals. So just I want you to focus on the intercostal muscles and diaphragm and what is the role of each one, and when they are contracted شو بصير when they are relaxed شو بصير. Okay.